Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And when I made a video about different kinds of wrenches, box ends, open ends, etc., ratcheting, I highlighted the four-way wrench. That's what these things are called. A four-way wrench basically is it's the same size on both ends, but it uses a 60-degree offset on one end and a 30-degree offset on the other, rather than the standard 15-degree offset on traditional combination wrenches. And there were several different kind of categories of comments about these. One was they were lifesavers. You had to have them, especially in certain industries like aircraft maintenance. Others said they'd heard about them but had no idea how they worked, and some said they'd never heard about them. Well, let's take a closer look at some of them. I've got a 10, a 12, and a 14 here. So on a kind of a restricted area fastener like this, see this spacing here, it's possible to get in with a traditional combination wrench, and you can flip it back and forth over and over again and grab the fastener in order to rotate it. For most cases, that works just fine. However, in a more restricted environment like this, I might be able to get just maybe 2 grabs, and then I can't grab it anymore. So this doesn't work. I'm going to need something else. Where in a four-way wrench, well, I marked this one up to show you. Here's side, no particular order. I just ordered them. Number 1 here, number 2, flip it over, number 3, and number 4. And that's the sequence in which you use this, and it'll now work inside a very confined area. So here's number 1. Here's number 2. Flip it over, here's number 3, and here's number 4. Get that on tight. And then back to number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once you kind of get the rotation, kind of that flipping down, it's pretty quick to use. But I didn't get my 3 all the way. There we go. And 4. So that's how this thing works. But even this, can run into the ability where it can't really do anything. This is really too confined here. So what can you do there? Well, that's when you can use your ratcheting wrench. So I can wedge that thing into this little tiny space here, drop it on the fastener. You see that? Let me... It's not moving very fast, but it is definitely moving. I'm doing 1 click. So you can see I've got less than 1 inch of space here. Sometimes you run into problems where you can't get the clearance for the outside edge of a ratcheting wrench. Something like this might help. But as you notice, there are times when you need to reach around kind of the back side of the fastener, so you might still have a constriction issue. But anyway, they're pretty slick little wrenches, really handy. Oddly though, if you look at this and this, both 14 millimeters, this beautiful, gigantic ratcheting snap-on wrench here sells for $4 more than this 14 millimeter four-way wrench. $4 difference. This one's 54, this one's about 50. So you really have to probably need them to make that kind of an investment into these things. But I've heard, though, that they are lifesavers, that they really do make a big difference, especially in very specific circumstances. But anyway, that's what the four-way wrench is all about. And with that, Doc out.